Okay, y'all, so now I'm sitting in the car after leaving, and look at my face. I never did my other lash, but you can see that's the Prada, which I ended up getting. So what we're gonna do is just basically go through the box of things that I got. These are the goodies that I got from Sephora just now. Total, like, yeah, so that's the total. What I got: Prada mascara. Oops, sorry, Prada mascara. That's what I have on this eyelash right here. That lash right there, that is the Prada mascara. Now let me show you how this bottle is, because I showed you earlier, but look at the ridges on this. Look at that. Look at that. That feels, can you hear that? It has a noise to it. So yeah, so that's the Prada mascara. I'm gonna put it back. Then I ended up getting Burberry spray. This smells so good, so good. So then you have this here. Oh, I already sprayed it on. Smells excellent. Now when the days you do not feel like getting up, you don't feel like getting up, I need lotion so bad. You don't feel like getting up and putting on a full face of makeup, this. I think I reviewed this before, Paradise, and I kind of like told everybody about it and how good it is, but it's on my face right now. Okay, this is another shade of Paradise on this side. This is this shade of Paradise. Excuse my ashy knuckles, y'all. Excuse that. Should have grabbed some lotion, but I got that, and that is what's on my face without me putting on any mascara or anything. And then I was able to get a free all-nighter setting spray. So yeah, let's take a look at that. And it comes this size for the free size. So those were all the items that I got at Sephora. They do have a special sale coming up. Depending on whatever tier you're on, you'll be able to get your savings. And yeah, so I'm an insider. I really don't shop like that there. So I got the 10%. But if you shop like that there, you'll receive these options here. And they got some on-demand things on the back that you may be eligible for. They may work out for you. So make that do what it do. The day for insider is 4/14. If you are a gold off of Sephora collection, 4/10. If you're a rogue, you're 20%. If you're a VIB, you're 15%. And if you are insider, you are 10%. And that is that, y'all. Thank you so much. You know, sometimes I feel like Sephora could be a little bit intimidating depending on people up in there. And I feel like sometimes they want to address you, but sometimes they don't know if you just in there looking and browsing and you don't want to be bothered, or if you really a paying customer. So I think that sometimes they just kind of, you know, try to determine whether or not it's going to be worth their time to approach you or not. So yeah, but y'all, this was just me just being on a whim today, and waking up and just telling myself, like, do something nice for yourself. I've been experiencing some pain, not really pain that I want, and I had this guy ask me, do I want to be happy? And I told him, I'm like, yeah, of course. And he's like, do you want to be happy? And I was like, yeah. Then he just got to saying really nice things about me, but it was after he asked me, he said something, but I think he was playing, whatever. But I also experienced another guy who I felt a little bit more calmer feeling from, and he just started, you know. But what I would say to you, if you are a single woman right now, is really build what you have got, build what you got going on. It does not matter what somebody else got going on. It does not matter what people say you can and can't. Like, you know, you're gonna have people that just don't know how to tend to your garden. They love the garden, they just don't know how to tend to. So you got to be okay with that, and you got to start tending to the garden and pulling out the weeds and all the little foxes that try to ruin the garden, which is sometimes our own experiences or how we felt about ourselves, or we had these little things, you know, trying to be perfectionist and trying to be perfect. And there's only one perfect person. And I don't want y'all living in a delusion, like a false reality, you know. I want you to live your life, because don't you deserve it? You deserve that, right? Well, before I go out here looking any more crazy, let me go ahead and put this mascara on. I'm gonna finish doing that, and I want y'all to have a good day. But in the wise words of Auntie Tab, even if you can't, don't you go messing up nobody else's day, okay? Period. Clock it. Bye, y'all.